Horseman with H3 VSG here. I'm here with Nomad, Andrew and Ben. Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you too, man.
Cool. Nomad, Ben, is one of our instructors here. He runs a lot of different types of courses, and he's got a super varied background. Ben, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I've been with the Army Special Operations community for over 13 years now. Various deployments across different types of environments across the world. And because of the small unit tactics that we deal with, everyone's expected to have a large skill set base. So just because you may be a communications tech doesn't mean that you're not going to have to assist the medic if we have multiple casualties on the scene. And then vice versa as well. The medic may also have to be helping the radio guy out in various situations. So with that, we have a large background. Last few deployments I was on, we had some host nation mass cow situations to where my civilian medical stuff carried over to the military medical side, to where I was acting as a second medic, having to do triage on 20, 30, one time up to 40 different casualties all at once.
Wow.
And so we had, so just having that background, you kind of had a trial by fire with a lot of those type of things, which then led me into wanting to offer this to the civilian side to help everybody know how to be able to not just take a life, but also save a life as well.
Yeah, I think those two things are super critical that they go together, and a lot of people ignore that second part. So we're here today to take the, what are we calling this class? Stop the Bleed.
So this is Stop the Bleed. Stop the Bleed. It's a cross between TCCC, Tactical Combat Casualty Care, which is a first aid class that's offered through all military personnel, but there's also the civilian first aid element to this as well. And so we're going into also civilian aspect of it as well. So we're going to be dealing with bag valves, AEDs, CPR, which isn't covered in TCCC. But is very much covered on the civilian side.
Cool. Okay, so very tactical, and this is the stuff that the real guys use, but also really applicable to everyday civilian life.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, the stuff that I teach you guys in this class, I've used it downrange on deployments, but then I've also used it at home. Everything from a family member that got dehydrated working outside to a car wreck where kids like the kid in the backseat had like a broken leg and things like that. So understanding and so being able to use this across different spectrums.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little more about exactly what we're going to learn here today? And,
absolutely. Yeah. So So the class is going over a lot of different things. So we're going over first aid kits, exactly what's in them, what you need in them, and what's good, what's bad, what you should think about adding into there, things like that, and then also how to use the stuff that's in your first aid kit. So understanding how to use pressure bandages and SAM splits, tourniquets, writing down the medical information to pass it off to the next level of care, and then also CPR and how to use an AED. So I mean, it's a very large, encompassing class.
Yeah, but it looks like you got some crazy gear here. So, what are we going to be doing with this a little bit later? I mean, it looks very practical.
So this is a CPR mannequin that we use. So it goes through everything of how to use how to apply rescue breaths, chest compressions, and then also how to use an AED. Yeah. And so this here is kind of simulating that person that we have, that patient that is completely unresponsive. There's no pulse, and so we're learning how to provide rescue breaths, what it looks like to provide rescue breaths, and then also how to hook up an AED to save a life.
So this is a 50% classroom, 50% practical course. So it looks like people will learn not just what they should be doing and kind of the theory, but they'll also be tested on really applying it.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Absolutely. Yes.
Should I be worried about this? What are we looking at here?
So this is actually some fake blood. We're talking about the Stop the Bleed
I'm glad
stuff.
to hear it's fake. That's
it is fake. All right, I promise I didn't harvest off of anyone last night or anything. But no, so we do go over Stop the Bleeds. Yep. And so I have simulators that we're going to break out here in a bit. And you're actually going to have to stop the bleed. And so the wound is going to be bleeding, and so you're going to see a lot of blood all over, and you're going to have to figure out how to stop that bleed and what it's going to look like, because the more that I can get you better prepared in a controlled, safe environment, the more effective you're going to be when you actually have to do this situation in real world.
Yeah. Well, that is exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
I wish I wore darker coloured pants, for the fake blood. But so this course runs once a month. Take a look at our site, www.h3vsg.com, to take a look, check out the schedule, the upcoming events under our calendar section, and join us someday and make sure that you are able to save a life as well. You just never know what life every day is going to throw at you, and we're all about being prepared for the best and the worst situations. So Thanks a lot, man.
Absolutely.
Let's go see how this is done.
All right.